get my Bible. Now, for all you faith walkers that just didn't believe the word that we spoke, God gives a specific word for a particular time in a particular season. Now, there is, I'm going to try to go so he can understand me, so you can interpret. Rain. Do you know where rain comes from? Rain is actually recycled. There's no new rain. Oh, y'all just kidding. People you see that got houses and swimming pools, thank God for that water there. Rivers and streams, you know, what causes rain is evaporation and condense. And what happens is that water meets up back in the air. And do you see that before it gets ready to rain, you can look up and see the clouds and they be coming together. They're accumulating. And what happens is they come together to make a water vapor, which is called a cloud. And some days you may see the cloud in the sky and it look like rain and it smell like, but sometimes it don't rain. Don't you feel like that in your lives where you look like you should have been blessed, but you didn't get blessed? That was one of them vapors. And so what God causes is, he causes droplets and nucleus to come together. And as the clouds is coming together, they have to get so heavy. The clouds have to get so heavy so that they can drop in the earth to make rain. God says your vapor, your clouds are heavy. Because you've been storing up, you've been tithing, you've been offering, you've been praying, you've been giving time. He's fine. You've been sacrificing, you've been doing everything God has commanded you, and now he's getting ready to drop the bucket from up under you and shower you with some blessings. I said, God, I said, okay, then tell me. And you do exceedingly abundantly above all I can ask or think. So I just might as well say, since you're going to overtake me, what am I going to do with all this overflow? And see what happens when there is floods outside and a lot of cars hydroplane because they done drove too fast. So when you get your blessings, take your time. Take your time. Because you might hydroplane. Come on now. So all of that water has to go somewhere. So what it does is it goes, that's how rocks are made. Water create the grooves and the grooves in rocks. And you wonder why you got that pretty big rock. That's the waves, the rocks. That corrosion has went over and created, come on, create landscape. Mountains, villages, and valleys. That water has to go somewhere. So what it does is it finds itself a lake. And it goes to Lake Norman. And it receives those people that's fishing. Come on, somebody. So what God does when you have an overflow, the Bible says that I will bless you so you can be a blessing. So there is a recycling that's going on in the earth realm. And guess what? God went to and fro seeking who he can show himself strong. And he said, I choose you. He said, I choose you. I choose you. I'm choosing you. So he's telling you, take your umbrella, put it down, take your boots off. Don't put on no coat this time. Get drenched. Get soaked. Let him lavish you in the showers of blessings. Prepare for rain. He woke me up and he said, yes, I'm saying, he said, prepare the ministry for rain, because there's going to be so much overflow that's getting ready to come in here, trustees. We got to know what we're doing with the little bit of money we got now, because he's preparing us. And that's why we seen because he said, I'm allowed to, so their faith could come. He said, I'm going to do it while the budget is, so they know that I'm still God and it ain't them that's doing it. Because sometimes we think it's us that got a nice home, got a nice car, got nice clothes. Sometimes God allow you to lose some things, so he can let you know it is I that giveth thee power to get wealth. Prepare for rain. He said, I'm going to move in the ministry. There's going to be a constant overflow. Thursday night, I'm going to tell this and then we're going to release. We done. I'm going to tell this. Thursday night, Friday night, I was laying in the bed and I had a dream. And in the dream there was two parts to it. And I was laying in the bed and I got up out of the bed and something was on the bed. And I said, God, what is that? And I was afraid to go see what it was. There was only two parts to the dream and I never went to go see it. But it took me to another place. I don't know where I was. But in this part, I was dropping the things out of my body. It was coming out of my body. Everywhere I went, it was coming out of my body. And I got afraid. I said, God, what is this? So it took me back to the first scene. And I decided to go over to the bed to see what it was. I went over there. And it was fishes. I had released fishes out of my body. I said, God, fishes? Why am I having fishes? Everywhere. There were fishes everywhere. All kind of sizes. And they were orange. So they was young and pure. And some of them had orange on the top, orange on the bottom, and in the middle, different colors. Multicolors. God says you're getting ready to birth souls. And they're going to come through the ministry. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a young ministry. Come on, somebody. God says it's going to be a young ministry. So I'm letting you know, if you're not in this ministry, but if you just come through the door, you set yourself up this morning. I don't care what it's been looking like. I promise you, I bet my prophetic on it. I bet the ministry on it. This day forth, you're gonna see rain in your house, on your job, in your business, in your children, in your children's children. There's